So slope formula, who remembers it since you guys remember it?
Wait.
Yes.
Oh.
M equals shall be. Max.
It's the coefficient.
Isn't there like
The
the
coefficient
X
is the
and
number in front of
delta
the
thing?
variable.
Isn't there like a triangle and it's like delta?
It's a triangle, right?
It's
Delta.
delta y over delta x.
Delta y over delta x, right?
Yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Some of you?
Yes.
All right, what does delta mean? Triangle.
Isn't it like a place?
It's a minus.
It's a state
Change
too.
of.
It means the change of. So when you see the triangle, that means the change,
It's also an airline.
the
It's
change.
also a squad.
That's not.
Oh, I guess, I don't know. The change of the y's over the change of the x's, okay? Now to find change, what do? So Oliver, if it's 20 degrees this morning and it's 40 degrees now, what's the change?
20 degrees.
You subtracted, right? You took the now 40 minus the 20, right? So change always means minus. Okay, so you have to subtract. So if I give you two points, if I give you 4, 8 and 2, 7, I need to find the change in my y's. Now which ones are my y's? So Luca, which ones are my y's?
The 4 and the 2. Or is that the 8 and the 7?
So when you graph that, how would you graph that? How would you graph this? 2, 7.
You
Two
can
comma
go
seven.
over 2.
Why would you go if 2 is your y, then why are you going on the x-axis?
Because the 2 is the x.
Correct. You said that this the 2 and the 4 was your
Yeah, that was my
y.
first thing I said.
Oh, okay. So which are your y's now?
The 8 and the 7.
Ah, okay. So Oliver, where's your notes? Sorry, we're just gonna wait. Okay, so we gotta write this down. Okay? I really need you to listen during lectures. Okay, so which one would we start with? Which would be easier? To do 7 minus 8 or 8 minus 7? I would rather do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box around this, okay? And I'm going to do my y's first, starting with here, and then my x's first, starting with here. So here we go. I've got m is equal to. Now the change in y's, I'm going to start with this y minus this y. So I've got 8 minus 7 all over, and then here's my x and my x, right? I'm going to start with this x, 4 minus 2. And that equals, 8 minus 7 is 1, 4 minus 2 is 2, so 1/2. So my slope is 1/2. So that's the slope of the line that connects these 2 points. So if I drew this out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, see, over 4 up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So over 4 up 8, and over 2 up 7, right? And I wanted to see what is my slope. Look at that. It would be up 1 and over 2. Does that make sense?
Oh my god, seriously.
See that? It's up 1 over 2. Rise 1 and run 2. When I graphed it, those points worked out just right. It was perfect. So that's the graphing way. This is the algebraic way, right? Well, that's not the graphing way. That's just proving it. All right, so let's try a couple. Let's try. Let's say we have -7, 3 and 4, -6. It really doesn't matter which one you start with. Which one should I start with? Doesn't matter. Just tell me which one.
7 and
7 and 3, -7 and 3. Okay. So I put a box around the one I'm starting with. That is really helpful. Really helpful. So m is equal to, and I have my change in my, which ones am I gonna start with? What goes on the top? The y's. See, the y's go on the top. So you're gonna start with this, the 3. So 3, you're starting with the far right one of each point. 3, because that's in the box, 3 minus. Remember, change means minus. And now look here, I have a minus 6. So it's minus 6.
So it's a plus.
It's plus 6, right. So, and then over negative 7, because that's on this box, minus 4. So really that's 3 plus 6 over negative 7 minus 4, which is equal to what? 9 over negative 11, right? So, or negative 9/11. That would be my slope. Right? Get it? Make sense? It's pretty easy. Now, what you'll often see is this. You'll see this formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I don't like this formula, but it's okay. If you guys like it, it's fine. But it means you have to give, okay, we'll give this x1 and y, well, no, we'll do, it's got to be x2 because of the formula. Because this is the one I'm starting with. y2, x1, y1. And so then you're constantly trying to figure out what to do. So much easier, just put a box around it and say, okay, I'm going to take this y minus this y on the top, and on the bottom I'm going to do this x minus this x. Do you see why that's easier? So much easier. So much less time consuming and less confusing. All right. So let's do another one, and you guys tell me what to do. So we'll say negative 5 comma negative 2 and 6 comma negative 4. So you guys, somebody tell me, so Oliver, help me. What do I do? I put m equals, right?
M equals negative 2 minus
So you're going to start with this then? I'm going to put it in a box then. Okay, negative 2 minus,
5.
minus what?
5.
Where's 5? Wait, but this is the change in y's. This is my y, this is my x, right? Yeah, minus a minus 4. Because the change means minus. And then it's a minus 4. So over, keep going. Now the change in my x's.
Negative 5 minus 6.
Got it. Okay, now what does this equal? How would I rewrite this? Negative 2, what's minus minus 4?
Plus 6.
Right, so plus 4 over, but don't do this in your head. Write it out. Negative 2 plus 4 over, what's negative 5 and negative 6?
Negative. You don't have to write 2 minuses then on it, do you?
You don't. I just want to be sure you're seeing it. Because the change means minus. And then if the number is negative, then it's technically plus. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's negative, negative. Right? So then 4 minus 2 is 2. And then over negative 11, usually you put your negative in front of the fraction, so negative 2/11ths. Right? You got it? Just to 5, you guys got that?
Where's the delta?
What?
Where do you find the delta?
The triangle is called delta.
This is called delta.
Right, but do you like have to include that in your work, or will already do that?
It's a good idea to practice writing out the formula because the more you do it, let's just say for the homework I'd like you to do that. So for each problem, you're going to write m equals delta y over delta x, or triangle y over triangle x, equals, and then solve it, okay? Make sure you put a box around the one you start with, okay? Because what happens is people start switching which ones they start with. If you don't put the box, you'll start with this y minus this y, and then they'll start with this x minus this x, and then it's all wrong.
So is our homework just gonna be this?
This is going to be your homework. And then, what time is it? We got, yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna just let you guys look at it. Okay?